Definition of poverty. Poverty turns out to be the lack of material means to meet the basic needs necessary for survival. Or as defined, basic needs from another perspective as being the needs recognized within the prevailing social framework of the individual or the family. Which means that the inability to meet these needs to the degree that causes hunger or death sometimes, or meeting the needs of food, drink, and housing in a way that does not correspond to the requirements of a decent life is considered poverty. While the linking of poverty alludes to non-economic indicators of serious significance such as deteriorating health status, low level of education, and lack of sufficient skills, and high crime rate, deviant behavior, in addition to lack of employment opportunities, or lack of motivation at work. The reasons of poverty: 1. Lack of adequate water and food. More than 800 million people around the world suffer from hunger, and more than 2 billion people suffer from the lack of safe water in their homes, which makes the spread of hunger and water insecurity one of the main reasons for the spread of poverty. As the lack of adequate food means that people do not have the energy needed to carry out work requirements, which could lead to a job loss in the end. And the lack of food and the lack of clean water lead to the spread of diseases. This necessitates individuals to obtain the necessary health care and its financial costs that will move the lower income groups from the regular state of poverty to a more severe state of poverty. While girls in some rural societies spend a total of 200 million hours a day walking to transport clean water from its sources limited to homes. Lack of income or low income is considered one of the factors that cause poverty, so lower income is due to lower minimum wages, or the individual's need to work in low-wage businesses. Although unemployment and poverty are two interrelated problems, but the World Bank has denied that unemployment is the primary cause of poverty. Individuals' access to poverty leads to low wages and their consequences, as the World Bank indicated in its study in an Arab country that only 6% of all poor people are unemployed. 2. Poor health. Poor health, such as a disability or injury to a specific disease, causes difficulty in reaching the workplace. In addition to the additional financial costs it causes on a daily basis to provide the necessary treatment. 3. Number of family members. The large family is more at risk of poverty than other families, especially if the father is the only breadwinner, due to the complexity of their needs. While the situation may become more difficult if the head of the family does not find a job with income commensurate with these large needs. Four, racism. Being a person in a minority in a particular country, such as migrants in countries of immigration, or groups of different ethnic origins, may cause racial discrimination that may lead to poverty because of their reduced opportunity to find a job, or to obtain basic services. International Day for the Eradication of Poverty. October 17th of each year was designated as an International Day for the Eradication of Poverty around the world, in which all people announce the renewal of their commitment to their solidarity with the poor. And this came according to a decision taken by the United Nations General Assembly on December 22 of 1992. This day dates back to 1987. When more than 100,000 people gathered in Trocadero in the city of Paris to sign the Universal Declaration of Human Rights in 1948 AD. Whereas, This was to honor the victims of extreme poverty, violence, and hunger, after these groups recognized that poverty is a violation of human rights, which requires the commitment and cooperation of the international community to ensure respect for these rights.